Hello, my friends. Haven't gone live on TikTok. Oh, you lighted my candle?
Yeah.
Neil? I'm talking to your daddy, baby. Okay, you done with all the candy that you've been eating, buddy? I'm going to put it all away, okay? Hello, everybody. So I wanted to make a little live stream where you guys can ask a job. You can ask me if I had sex with my husband last night. You can ask me if I like to eat cabbage. I don't know. You can ask me anything. I am an open book. I like to do these Ask Me Anything live streams once a month or so. So that way anybody that is following me that's brand new, that has maybe been misinformed or seen dumbass fucking rumors that people like to spread about me, can just ask me straight up to my face. Because I have so much more respect for people that just straight up ask me than people that go behind my back and spread rumors. So if you guys have any questions, I will be answering your questions for the next 30 to 40 minutes. So let's do this. Pillow talk to. Hey Ray, what's up, baby girl? How you doing? Also, I went ahead and I ordered. So for those of you guys that don't know, I am selling Sobriety dog tags. I want to try this lipstick on to see what it looks like. I'm selling Sobriety dog tags, but to make them like super special, I am customizing them by making these woven keychains, okay? And so I ordered ooh, I really like that color. Okay, I ordered the different colors of material to weave, Nicole, not wove, to weave, and it should be coming in like 2 days because I did Amazon Prime. So if you guys are interested and you want one, let me know. This is what we're doing. I'm going to take half the money that I raise from selling these dog tags, and I am going to take that money and I'm going to help somebody in the community who needs to pay for their medication, pay for their sober living, pay for their first month's rent at sober living, something to that effect. So appreciate you guys for supporting me and all the other amazing things that the recovery community has done for me. You know, I want to put money back into the community. So if you guys want to buy a dog tag, you can message me and I'll send you the price and all that good stuff. Okay? What they say on them is they say recovery didn't open the gates of heaven to let me in. Recovery opened the gates of hell to let me out. Woo! Say it ain't so. And so that is what the recovery dog tags say, which I love that quote. And so they're stainless steel. They're heavy duty. I'll go get one. I'll show you what they look like if y'all want to see them. And then I'll also show you guys the keychains that I'm making to go with them. Because I know not everybody wants to wear a dog tag like around their neck. And so I was like, what can I do so people that don't want to wear them as a necklace can still like sport their sobriety shit, you know? So let me show y'all. Okay? Okay. Here they are. They're very nice. That's engraved, okay? Super heavy duty. But then I am personalizing them by making you guys keychains with whatever color you want. So you'll have a keychain or a necklace. And you'll be able to take your sobriety dog tag off the necklace. And I'm going to have a jump ring connected to the end of the keychain. and you can put your dog tag on the keychain. Whatever colors you want, you get to choose, because you text me on my cell phone number and you say, hey girl, this is the colors I want, and then I make it specifically for you. So, yeah. I'm also having recovery stickers made. Y'all, I'm making Paco the Sober Dog stickers. And you guys are going to die once you see these Paco the Sober Dog stickers. They are so fucking cute, okay? My dog is a Chihuahua, okay? And my girlfriend designed a picture of a Chihuahua with a taco and a sombrero on. And it says, Paco the Sober Dog. And so, you know, a bitch is going to have that shit made into stickers. So, y'all are going to be able to order Paco the Sober Dog stickers. You can stick them on your car. You can stick them on your notepad or journal or anything. It's just, they're just going to be super freaking cute. Okay? So, I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. Hey, Jennifer, what's up, girl? So, I love stickers. I have stickers on my car. And so, you know, whatever you want to do with them. You can, I'm also going to have stickers of my face made, like a cartoon version of myself made, and it's going to say, sit on it and spin, because I say that all the time on my YouTube channel, and so it's going to say, sit on it and spin, and then I'm going to have another one that is like me with a necklace of pearls on, and I'm going to be going, and it's going to say, cackling and clutching my pearls. So I'm actually trying to find some artists to turn me into a cartoon character. So if you guys are good at that kind of shit, send me a message. I'm going to be speaking on a recovery panel this on the 19th. Okay, so today's the 16th, so tomorrow, Sunday, is the 17th. So on Tuesday after 3 p.m. Tuesday after 3 Central, I will be on a recovery panel speaking live. They have asked me to come speak on behalf of the Matt Recovery. So I'm going to go speak on Matt Recovery. Sorry, y'all. I have a chin hair and it's driving me insane. CJ gave me a 2-hour video. Oh, honey, you're behind. Tammy, you're behind, baby. That was like 3 days ago. But yeah, I saw it. All I have to say about that is it's 2.5 hours of bullshit. Yeah. I saw it, honey. I saw it. I saw it, honey. I saw it. Here, this is what I have to say about that, Tammy. 2.5 hours for the truth? That's all I gotta say. It takes 2.5 hours. They be coming over to mass report people's accounts and stuff. So, all my opinions about that are on my Patreon account. And it's linked in my bio. If y'all want to go see that, it's $2. And linked on my bio. But anyways, I also want to tell y'all something that I started doing. Y'all are going to be so proud of me. Okay, first I need to wash my face. I got 2 tweezers and these are both sucking. Exactly, Jamie. Exactly. The truth don't take a whole production. The truth don't take body cam footage. The truth don't fake defaming other people's names. All the truth takes is this. Hey guys, I was not honest about the amount of time I did in the penitentiary. I entered into the penitentiary on April 2012. And I left the penitentiary on April 2013. A little bit shy of 1 year. I'm sorry for being dishonest, and I understand that it's going to be hard for a lot of you guys to trust me going forward. That's it. Yes, honey. I am plucking my chin hair. I am not one of those girls that shies away from shit. I ain't embarrassed. We can pluck our chin hairs together. I'm also plucking my mustache hairs, the ones that look too coarse. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? Expecting transparency and truth from somebody whose middle name is gaslighter, whose middle name is lie. So that's why I don't even, like, it's just really sad at this point. It's really fucking sad at this point. Now she's going on YouTube and telling people that Tracy and or me doctored that CI document. And I'm going to say it right here for all of y'all to hear on TikTok. Neither one of us doctored that CI document. Okay? I have the literal recording of the document being open and it being legit. And that's all I can say because I am legally unable to post it. If I post it, I could get sued. So you can believe me if you want. It doesn't matter to me anymore. If you don't believe me, that's on you. I have never lied to my audience. I have always been 100% transparent and honest with you guys since day fucking one. I tell you guys how I get my paycheck. I tell you guys who I work for. I tell you guys about my sex life. I tell you guys about my husband's relapse in 2020. I tell my audience everything. I'm very transparent and very honest. And I have no reason to lie. Let me just let that sink in for you. Okay? Let this sink in. Going against somebody that has millions of followers when I have 0.01 the amount of followers she has. She has 10 times more than me. Me even going against her is like career suicide. You know? Let that sink in. Really think about that. What do I have to gain from lying to you about it? Shit. All I've gained from this whole situation is a headache. Okay? Is a headache. Hey, Andres. What's up, baby? You could send me a DM and I'll try to do the best I can to help you. Okay, baby? Hey, Lynn. What's up, honey? And I also want to point out this. Look at how small all of us, our accounts are. Okay? Nobody else steps up to the plate to share the truth. It's just been us, you know? 5 years is an amazing, amazing accomplishment. Don't stop now. You got it going on now. You're hitting the ground. I'm trying to find my really good eyebrow plucker, you guys, because this chin hair is literally trying to give me fucking trouble. This chin hair is going to be the death of me, okay? And I want that motherfucker off my damn chin. This chin hair is killing me. I used to lie so much back in addiction. Here I am 2 years clean. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Jamie. Good job. And that's right. A lot of people do lie in active addiction. But I want to point out this, okay? A lot of people don't. And a lot of people who are in active addiction don't sit on YouTube or TikTok and, you know, make videos lying to millions of people, you know? So I just think it takes a special kind of person to really do that. Because even as addicts, we have like a self-conscious and we start feeling guilty about that shit, you know? And then we realize we need to not do that. Hey man, I'm really glad that they help you, for real. They help me stay sober too. When I make videos, it helps me stay sober because I like talking. Helps me, you know, get shit off my chest and helps me feel good. So I'm glad I can help you, for real. And I have so much respect for you guys who, so, damn, my back is really hurting for some reason. Okay, let's go see if we can attack this chin hair, because this one chin hair on my chin is literally trying to fucking fight me today.
Oh, you can close that.
No, don't.
Why?
Because I'm coming over here to sit with you. I'm coming over here to sit with you and pull my chin hairs. Do you still love me if I have a chin hair, babe?
By the hair of your chinny chin chin.
There we go. That should be better. Okay. So earlier, my stomach started hurting really bad, right? And I was sitting here with my husband, and all of a sudden, I felt like I had to toot, you know? So I tooted, and I looked at my husband, and I was like, oh my God, I think I shit my pants. And he was like, what happened? And I was like, dude, my stomach, I had diarrhea or something. So I went to the bathroom, and I don't know what's going on, but like I'm on this new like healthy eating thing, and I made some broccoli and cheese soup, and I guess I ate too much broccoli because I had the bubble guts. Like, it's really making my stomach fucked up. So anyway, that's how much my husband loves me. That he loves me even if I have bubble guts. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. But been there, done that, huh? It's just life. Life happens. Okay, I gotta file my fingernails. Every time my fingernails start to grow out, they start getting, I keep on like getting little clips where they are tearing and stuff. I just watched the scariest movie this evening, you guys, called The Boogeyman by Stephen King.
It's not the old one.
Not the old one. It's brand new. It was just made in 2023, y'all. Hey, David. And it was so scary. I just see that one comment that says, do you see my comment? That's the only comment that showed up so far, honey. But it was really good. If you guys like scary movies, you have got to watch it. Was it good, Neil?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I love watching horror movies, okay? I love it. Like, I'll watch like 2 or 3 every day. So, I had it picked for when my husband got home. I was waiting for him to get home because I was like, we are watching this movie. Also, before my husband got home, I rented the movie Strays. And oh my God, you guys, it was so funny. So funny. So if you haven't seen that, it was really good. I see you too, Mindy. Love you. No, Strays is about dogs.
Yeah.
And the dogs are on a mission. Yes,
stuff.
they're because listen, at the beginning of the movie, the owner of the dog, he like is really bad to the dog. He calls it shithead and shitface, and he keeps on trying to abandon the dog. He'll throw the ball really, really far, and then he'll drive off, and the dog will show back up to the house with the ball. So one day, he drove the dog 3 hours away and abandoned it, okay? And the dog couldn't find its way back because it was so far away. So it was out on the streets. Well, it met another dog that was a stray, and the other dog took it underneath its wing and taught it all the life of being a stray dog, right? Well, then he realized that his owner was a bad owner, and he wanted to go get his owner and bite his pee-pee off. Okay? So it was these 4 dogs on a mission to help the one dog that had became a stray find his owner so he could go bite his dick off. Okay? And when he gets back to bite his owner's dick off, his owner tries to kill him, like with a baseball bat. And his 3 friends end up kicking the door in, the dogs, and rescuing him. And he ends up biting the guy's dick off. It's hilarious. It has Will Ferrell, Eddie Murphy, like it had
their voices.
Yes, their voices, and it's like a big Great Dane. It's a little terrier is the main character, Reggie, and then Bo, Michelle's black and white dog with a missing ear, a Boston Terrier. Him as the second main character, which is like Eddie Murphy or somebody like that's voice, and then Will Ferrell is I think the big tall dog. No, I don't. I think Will Ferrell's Reggie. But anyways,
he's probably the main.
It was
one.
really, really good. It was really good. It was funny. The only thing was, it was a lot about sex, dog sex, though. And my mom, I could tell she was like uncomfortable because Nate was watching it with us, you know. Mm-hmm. And I told my mom, "Don't worry, I've already explained to him not to repeat stuff like that." But they were talking about like Reggie, or not Reggie, but the other dog was like in love with a couch named Dolores because he said it was the best sex he ever had, was humping the couch. You know. Yeah, your messages don't keep your messages aren't coming through, honey. It's not showing your messages, David. I think you've called David. You're the same David. I think that comes to my lives, and I think this has done this to you before. It does that to you all the time. The only messages it's saying is, I see. I'm just gonna message you. I see. I guess you keep missing my comment, and that's it. And then, how do you see my comment? That's it. There's no other messages coming through. So sorry about that. But it was such a good little movie to watch. I'm gonna have to cut this nail. Like, look how it like cracked halfway across my nail right there. That's so fucking annoying. Like, I just don't understand. Why? Every time I get my nails up, it's like something breaks and fucks up. And I have to cut the nail down. It's so annoying, you guys. Anyway, that's what the Stray Dog movie is about, and it was really, really good. So me and my mom and my son watched that. She came over to bake cookies and cupcakes with my little boy, and just spend time with him, you know, because my son is, she has one other grandson, and he's like 18 now. So my mom has been really making an effort to spend time with my little boy and get to know him, you know. Oh, thank you. This, my ring was actually, I'll tell you the story of how my husband proposed to me if y'all want to know. So he had asked me to marry him when we first, you know, when we were in active addiction. He asked me to marry him all the time. I was like, yes, of course I'll marry you. But we never got married. So in 2015, when we got sober, my husband took me and let me pick out my wedding ring, what I wanted my ring to be. So I picked out this ring right here. It's a bell shape, so when you put it like this, it stands up, and it's for people that work, basically, so it doesn't like bang. That's why it's flat on the bottom. And then I picked out this one to be like the wedding band. And so anyways, I picked those out, and one day my husband he took me to an AA meeting and dropped me off, and he was picking me up from the AA meeting that evening, and he had a maroon Honda Ridgeline truck at the time. And I got in the car, and he said, "Can you open the sunroof for me? It's really hot in here," or something like that. And so I opened the sunroof, and he had my ring tied to a string. So when I opened the sunroof, my ring came dangling down like that. And of course, he's like, "Will you marry me for the millionth time in a row?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Of course I will." And so that was in 2015. We didn't get married until 2019. A lot of it was because I was afraid to get married, if you want to know the truth. Like, I was afraid to get married because I was afraid that Neil wouldn't stay sober. I was afraid that, you know, I was afraid. I was afraid to put us legally together like that. You know what I mean? And so I drug my feet for a couple of years on it. And we honestly didn't really just focus on it, did we, hon? Mm-mm. It wasn't like...
We were doing a lot of other things in our life. And that was kind of the, like... We knew that we were going to stay together, and we were engaged, and it wasn't like a huge focus. We were trying to get our lives back together and keep our jobs and raise our son and all that stuff.
Yeah, we were more focused on, like I said, working together to get our son back. And we got our son back in 2016. We had full custody of our son back. So that was like one check off the list, you know. Then my husband wanted me to be able to get a car because I had no vehicle. And so I think I got my car in, what year was that? 2017?
17 or 18.
2017 or 18, I got my car. Aw, thanks, baby. Thanks, Anders. Anders says, you are the poster child for recovering couples. I appreciate that. We've really worked hard. I'll tell you that much. We have really worked hard, okay? My husband's like, he always puts pillows on his face when he's sleeping, but he's laying here talking and listening to the conversation too. So after we got custody of my son back in 2016, we started focusing on getting me a vehicle because I had no transportation. So by 2017, we decided that our credit was good enough, and we were going to go try to get me a car. So we went looking for cars, and we still got a horrible deal, but we took it. We bought my 2016 Mazda 3 for $20,000, and I just paid it off. It's completely paid off now. I just paid it off this year. And so I had me a brand new car. I was so happy, y'all, to finally have wheels, So that was another check off of our list. Okay, now Nicole's got a car. Okay, boom. And then the next check on our list was, let's see, 2018, 2019. Neil's credit was good. Okay, the next check was get my credit up. Okay, because my husband had to sign for my car. I didn't get it on my own. He had to co-sign. So the next mission was getting Nicole's credit up. Baby, I got my credit up. By 2019, I had good credit. Then in 2020, my husband relapsed. And I was like, oh my gosh. We got married February 2019. Okay, and everything was going good, and then the pandemic hit. When the pandemic hit, my husband started working like a lot more hours. Okay, he was a manager at a Kroger, and sadly, he started struggling. And instead of reaching out for help, he decided to reach out for some Klonopin. And he reached out for some Klonopin, and that relapse reached out and touched his motherfucking ass, and he started acting all kinds of crazy. I'll never forget the day I found out. I called him on the phone. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and he was talking, and I knew right when I heard his voice that he was fucking high. Remember that, Neil? I was like, you're high. No, I'm not. Because his voice will go up an octave. He'll sound high-pitched in his voice. I was like, Neil, you're lying to me. We had a huge knockdown, drag-out fight when he got home that night. And that started the whole shit show, it was a shit storm. It was a shit storm. Because even though I had been helping drug addicts get sober for like 4 years by that point, even though I worked for a recovery center, working with Dr. B, even though I was on everything, all the knowledge that I knew, everything I knew went out the window when my husband relapsed. All the knowledge that I have learned over all those years was completely null and void when it's somebody that's so close to you emotionally. It is so hard to cope with the struggle of seeing them struggling with a relapse. So when Neil relapsed, I freaked the fuck out. Okay, David, I'll answer you when I get off here. I freaked the fuck out. Okay. My first reaction was freak the fuck out mode. My second reaction was get me some drugs. I want to get high with you. And I'll never forget it. We were in our spare bedroom. Nathaniel was asleep, and Neil was high on Klonopin. And he came home, and I told him, I want to get high too. I want to get high too. Get me some pills too. And he was like, no way. And I'm so glad that he told me no that night. Because if he had told me yes, y'all, it would have been on and fucking popping. So he told me no. And then the next morning he woke up and he went to work. And I took our son to school. And that next morning I was at home alone thinking about everything. And that's when I realized, that's when everything came down on me. I was like, I can't get high. I'm literally what holds our family I am the glue, okay? My husband's a hard worker. He's head of the household. But if, like they say, I'm the neck. He might be the head, but I'm the neck that turns the head. Do you know what I'm saying? No, this was in 2020. So, I realized right then, like, wow, I gotta stand up and fucking hold down this fucking fort. You know what I mean? If I don't do it, nobody else is gonna do it. And so I remember I called Neil's mom and I told her what was going on. I told her, he will come to your house and sleep there if he has to, because he's not going to be here around me and our son while he's fucked up like that, And his mom was upset. She was crying. I was crying. And I told her, I said, I need you to promise me, no matter what he does, you won't give him money. You won't give him rides. You won't anything. You do, just don't do it. He can come there. He can sleep at your house, but don't give him money. Don't give him your credit cards. Don't give him a ride nowhere. If I take his truck from him, don't let him get your cars. I need you to really fucking, to really hold my boundary with me. I need you to stand behind me and just do what I do. And she agreed that she would do that. And Neil would get sober for a couple weeks and come home, and I would think it was all over. I would think, thank God this is all over. He's sober now. We're going to start back afresh, right? And then the next thing I know, he would go back out and he would buy more pills, or he would get some crack. And so I started trying to intervene. I started trying to intervene by taking his debit card. So I started taking his debit card from him. And he started driving into work and just stopping by the damn bank and getting money out, going in the bank with his ID, giving it to the clerk and withdrawing the money like that. And I was like, this little motherfucker, okay? I was like, okay. So I started taking his driver's license away from him. But the bank people knew him. So he would still walk in and get money out of the bank. And I was like, he could figure a way around everything I did. If I took his car keys away from him, he found a way. No matter what it was, he found a way around what I was trying to do from keeping him from getting these pills, right? So one day I was on the phone with my friend Ann, and she was talking to me about an experience that she had with, I think it was her husband or her son. And she was a lot older than me. And all of a sudden it hit me like a ton of bricks that I was handicapping my husband. I was hindering him by stopping him from experiencing the consequences of his actions. Okay, so what I thought I was doing, I thought I was helping him. Okay, every time I called into his job to help him not get fired, I thought that I was helping him. I wasn't. That was keeping him in his addiction circle, okay? Every time I took his debit card from him to save him from taking all the money out of our bank account, I was hindering him. I was helping him stay high. So when that hit me like that, it was around the last week of December. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to do shit no more. I'm not going to call in for him. I'm not going to take his debit card away. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let him go to work looking crazy as a Betsy bug and see what happens. And I kid you fucking not, y'all. It was December 18th, 19th, and 21st. Oh, wait, 18, 19, 20, 21. Neil went into work those 4 days in a row. And on December 21st, when he went in, they asked him to report to the big Kroger and asked him to come upstairs. And when he got there, they fired his ass. They tried to get him to rat on anybody that he was getting drugs from at the store. Of course, my husband wouldn't do that because he ain't that kind of person. He wasn't going to take everybody down with him. So he just, they told him that he had the ability to resign. So he resigned and left the store. And that was that. He didn't even come home. He called me and he said he was fired. And I was crying, okay? I was crying because I was like, it's December 21st. We didn't even have a Christmas present for my son underneath the tree yet. So my husband came home. He was shit can fired. So thank God, by the grace of God, my boss had just given me a literal Christmas bonus. My dad sent the money that he would send us to buy Christmas presents for, like, my son and everything like that. And so thank God, by the grace of God, I had enough money to pull out of the crack of my ass so I could buy Christmas for our son and for, each other. And Neil sobered up over the next couple of weeks. He went through being sick, not having benzos and being really depressed. And he was out of work for 6 months. For 6 months, he had no job. Okay? But during that 6 months, I was able to take the money that I made from my full-time job that I work every single day, and I was able to make sure that I paid our car payments, I paid our insurances, I paid our rent, and I did that all by myself. And I was so proud of myself because I did that. I was able to take care of our family when my husband couldn't. So after, it was probably about a good 6 months, it was around March when he started his new job. In March, he started his new job, and it's a job where he works outside, and he loves it. He gets to be in the fresh air every day. Hey, Ron, what's up, baby? He gets to be in the fresh air every day. It's something that he really enjoys doing. It's not a boring job. It's a job that keeps his attention span, his attention going. And he has been sober ever freaking since. And, a lot of people always ask me, like, does my husband do the 12 steps? Does my husband do therapy? No, he doesn't. And I have tried for years to get my husband to do the kind of programs that I do, and he just doesn't do it. He just doesn't, it's not his thing. So what I do, because he's not like me, is I just try to support him in what works for him, and I just try to be there to let him know that I love him and that I'm here to support him, and that whatever recovery program or process is best for him, I'll be there to help him. If he ever feels like he wants to go to therapy, he can go anytime he wants, but he really doesn't benefit from that. I've had him in therapy a couple of times, and my husband doesn't get deep enough with anybody, like talking to somebody that's not somebody he knows, to make any headway in those situations. So he really does do best with just me. And me and my husband, we talk about everything. We communicate about everything. We just had a fight the other day about him taking a girl to work that I didn't know, that just asked him out of nowhere, And I was upset with him because I felt disrespected, because the woman asked him for a ride and I didn't know her from Adam, and I felt disrespected because I felt like he should have came to me first and talked to me about it, and not told her that, yes, I'll take you, right? And so I was upset with him. We weren't fighting, like screaming and yelling. I just told him I felt disrespected. He left for work that day. I took our son to school. And then when I got home that evening, we talked about it even more. And he understood why I felt disrespected, because it wasn't about him. It was more about a strange woman asking my married man husband for a ride to work and not coming to me and asking me for the ride to work. And so instead of fighting about it and being mad at him, we talked it out, but my husband and me are best friends. I talked to him about how he is an amazing person. I talked to him about how proud I am of him staying sober and him taking care of our family. I'm always trying to give him positive reinforcement to let him know how needed and loved he really is. And I think that helps a lot. My husband was raised to be quiet. He was raised to be ashamed of his addiction. He was told to never share it with anybody or to tell anybody about it. So when you are a 45-year-old man and you've been raised your whole entire life to be quiet and not be ashamed of what you are, then it's really hard to come up out of that. And so, it's a big thing for me to be able to share with you guys about him here on social media, because he would normally, not share that with anybody, So, that's how we work through it together as a couple, is I have had to come to the conclusion, And it was hard for me, y'all, because I used to try to make my husband do AA. I used to try to make my husband go to meetings with me. Mara meetings, Celebrate Recovery meetings, Refuge, Smart Recovery, whatever I could do, right? Therapy, marriage counts, all these different things, right? I used to try and make Neil do all these things. And I finally, when I got really strong in my sobriety, I started to realize that, that my conventional thoughts of recovery, which was 12-step abstinence only recovery, that my conventional societal norm of recovery it doesn't work for most people. And I spent so many years trying to make myself fit into that box. And here I was finding myself trying to make my husband fit in the same box that I knew I never fit in to begin with. So what was I doing, dude? I was literally trying to make my husband fit in the same fucking square peg fitting in a round hole that I tried to fit into for 10 years that I could not fit into. And so that's when I fucking really started to realize, like, everybody's sobriety is so different, and you can do different things that are not 12 steps that will help you stay sober. Like, I do things every single day that have no relation to a 12-step program, and I've been sober for 8 years. 8 freaking years. And I have an amazing life. I mean, I just shared with you guys so much of my amazing life. Rebuilding my credit, buying my own car, being married to my husband and having a good relationship where we communicate. You know what I mean? Like, we have a really good life together now, and that's awesome. I'm really proud of y'all, Cam. Me and my husband have kind of more similar recoveries. It used to be me being on 12-step and MAT and him just MAT, but now we're more similar, I will tell you guys, like, I'm still heavily involved in the recovery community. I'll be speaking on a panel Tuesday at 1 p.m. California time called Recovery Perspectives, and it's all about, like, different pathways to recovery and what recovery means to us, the 4 speakers. And I'm going to be talking all about how recovery to me is more than abstaining from drugs. I'm going to talk about how we need to, and I, who inspired me to talk about this, her name's Sarah. So go to her account. It's called The Better Sarah. But we need to stop valuing abstinence-only recovery, because there are so many people out there that are kicking ass and taking names who are on MAT recovery, who are using plant medicine, psychedelics, right? And have such amazing recovery stories, but for the longest time, all we've done is recognize abstinence only sobriety. And it's just like, honestly, it's so old, it's like new ways, new people, let's do this. So that's the story about me and my husband and his relapse in 2020. This happened almost 4 years ago. A lot of people ask me about it. There's so many more questions I could answer and tell y'all about. You know what I mean? Oh, Alexis, I know how you feel, honey. That's why I made somewhere for me to fit. Whenever I first started talking about my sobriety in 2016, I was one of the only female recovery creators talking about being on subs. Okay, this was back in 2015. And I felt so out of place. So I made a place. I'm in the Little Rock area and do some community work, but want to be more involved. You should be a peer support specialist. I'm in Little Rock also, but I'll tell you, you should become a peer, because they have a really awesome peer program here in Little Rock. And if you'll message me one of the good ones, I'll connect you with the program director over the peer program. Okay? I'm not a peer here in Little Rock, but I think you should be one. I think anybody that wants to be one should be one. If I ever leave my job that I'm at today, like I work for Dr. B in Austin, if I'm ever decide to leave that job, I will go become a peer in Arkansas, and that's what I will do. But I have a job that I'm really happy with right now, and so that's why I'm not a peer here in Arkansas. But like I said, if I ever leave my job, I would love to become a peer here. Yeah, no problem. You know, I could start like an MAT recovery group, and we could have meetings once a week at my apartment. And I wonder if my husband would be okay with me doing that, first of all. But like, we could literally have a once a week MAT meeting at my house, and I think it would be phenomenal. In fact, fuck my house. We have a literal, so here at my apartment building, we have a it's like a pool hall, right? Dr. B is my boss. We have a pool hall, okay? And it has it's like a playroom, right? Where all the people that live here can go. I wonder if I can ask my management of my apartments if I could start having a once every 2 weeks meeting here. If I did, and those of you guys that live in Arkansas, would you guys come? It's got a pool table. It's got a shuffleboard table, and we could play and everything after the meeting. I wonder if I'll show you who Dr. B is.
I don't know.
There's never anybody down there, as long as I kept it clean and cleaned up after everybody, you know.
Because the weight room's completely in a different room, and then you could do it in that one room.
And it would be fun, y'all. Or what about this? Okay. What about this, ladies? What if I start up a meeting where we meet once a week and we walk together, walking to get healthy together and talk about our recovery, Dr. B addiction recovery, and we talk about our recovery together. Oh, medication-assisted treatment. Sorry, London, I didn't see your comment. Suboxone is medication-assisted treatment. It's for opiate use disorder. Okay, this is Dr. B.
And here's where the root of harm reduction is. Accepting every person where they're at. One, these are universal principles.
I don't think you understand how much that gives to us as a patient to say, he's given me a chance. He believes that I can do this.
Oh, I got emotional.
Hey, Nicole, how are you?
Sorry. That's Dr. B. We were actually talking about, in this video, we were talking about benzo tapering, and Dr. B was talking about how he, gives each patient a chance, and he works with the person slowly but surely off their medication. And he was talking about just giving a person a chance. And I was letting him know how emotional, how special that is to me, because, hey, Heather, because so many doctors won't even give you a chance. They'll just judge you. And they won't even let you get medication. They'll say, sorry, nope, you have a past history of drug addiction, and they'll kick you right out of their office. And he had just shared at that point in the video about, working with people, and I was just really emotional about that, because to me, that's really special, So. Have I ever lost anybody to an overdose? Many people. Not a brother or sister. Oh, thank you, babe. Not a brother or sister or uncle, but I have lost many, many friends. And I'll tell you a story about one. So this story, a lot of you guys have heard it, so trigger warning anyway. So about 2 years ago, I was helping two girls, or one girl actually. Her name was Rachel. And Rachel was a victim of human trafficking. She had a pimp that was evil. Evil, okay? If she didn't bring him home $1,500 every night, then she would get the dog shit beat out of her. Well, I have a 1-800 number that I answer for Dr. B's medical practice, because people call it to reach out to get an appointment. So one day I had answered the phone for Dr. B, and it was her on the other line, and she was wanting help. So long story short, she ended up not coming to Dr. B's practice, but she ended up, I want to try this lip liner while I'm talking to you. She ended up deciding to go to this free center in Tennessee, okay? So I was like, okay, but I'm still going to be your friend, and I'm still going to support you. And we would talk every single day, me and her best friend, Hannah. Well, she traveled to Tennessee to go to this place, and when she got there, we were on the phone, and there was a knock at the door. So she got up to go answer the door, and it was her pimp. He had followed her all the way from West Virginia to Tennessee and was trying to keep her from going to rehab. So it was scary. So she's crying. I'm like, you need to call the police. So she calls the police. The police come, and they're like, well, it's his word against yours. It was horrible. Well, that night they went out to eat, her and her best friend, before she went to treatment the next day. And on their way outside from the restaurant, he was standing around the corner, and when she turned the corner, he punched her in her face. Okay? At that moment, she had like a seizure and a stroke, but we didn't know she had had a stroke, okay? Mind you, she's high on meth, she's high on fentanyl and all those things. She calls the law, they come and arrest him, they put him in jail. She goes to treatment. Her withdrawals are horrible. This treatment center didn't have the capabilities to treat her withdrawal, and she ended up leaving AMA. Well, she gets back home to West Virginia and calls me, calls Hannah, and I made her an appointment at a MAT doctor the next day. She literally had an appointment at noon to go get on Suboxone. So I'm so happy. I'm proud. I'm thinking we are going to make it. You know, we got this. It's going to be okay. And Hannah starts calling her at around 10 o'clock that next morning to get her up and get her ready to go to the MAT doctor. And she's not answering the phone. So Hannah leaves work and drives over to her house and walks in the door because she has a key. They're best friends. And Rachel is dead. She had like foam coming out of her mouth and everything. She was dead. They took her to the hospital. They resuscitated her, but she had to be put on life support because she had been without oxygen for too long. Her daughter was 4 years old. Her mother died, and her dad was in prison. So she was trying to get sober for her little girl. So the only people besides Hannah and Hannah's mom who came to the hospital was her little girl's grandparents. And those are the people who had to decide to take her off life support. So Hannah goes to her apartment that evening and starts going through Rachel's phone and finds that Rachel had been talking to her pimp, who was still in jail, who was literally harassing her from the jailhouse phone, telling her that if she didn't pay him back, she was going to kill him. He was going to kill her, and that he was going to get the money from Hannah or me or whoever if she didn't get him that money. So Hannah calls the phone number that kept texting and calling Rachel, and then the phone calls her back, and it's him from the jail. And that's when he tells Hannah, now you're going to get me my money. If you don't get me my money, you're going to get killed. And so I told Hannah to call the police right away. And so that's what she did. And I told her, don't go back to your apartment. Go stay at your mom's house and do not just lay low. Right? And I thought that's what she was going to do. The next morning, I guess she had to go back to her apartment to get something out of her apartment. And on her way out of the apartment, she was gunned down in the parking lot and killed. When I tell you guys, I thought I was in a movie when this was all happening. I could not believe that she had been murdered also. And so, I was at my mother-in-law's house. I was walking with my son, and my phone started ringing, and it was a lady named Tracy, Hannah's mom. And she called me and told me what happened, that Hannah had gotten gunned down in the parking lot and that she was dead. And when I tell you guys how it was tragic. It was so scary. I started getting really nervous because I thought that he was going to come next for my family. So I had to call the police here in Arkansas, Pulaski County, everybody I was on the phone with, trying to let them know, please help my family. There's a psycho killer, you know. But I lost Hannah and Rachel. And I had been talking to these girls, you know, for over 2 months, trying to help Rachel get sober. And she's not the first person that I've tried to help get sober that has passed away either. Just recently, a girl named Angel, her mom's name is Melissa. She has a TikTok account and she shares about her daughter here on social media. And it was probably about 6 months ago, Melissa reached out to me and asked me if I would contact Angel, if I could talk to her and try to help support her in her sobriety. And so I got to talk to her on the phone. I was texting back and forth with her. I helped her find a sober living house that would take somebody that was on MAT. And I really thought she was on the straight and narrow and on her way to recovery. But unfortunately, what happened was she was on Suboxone. She was doing so good. And somebody got in her head and talked her to get off of Suboxone. And this is where I feel like everything went wrong, because I feel like if she could have stayed on subs, I feel like she would have never relapsed. I really, truly believe that in my heart of hearts, and I told her mom that as well. And somebody got in her head, though, and she got off subs, and like probably a month or two later, she was relapsed, and then she passed away. She literally passed away, though, from cocaine intoxication. Okay, so Melissa had called me and she thought it was a fentanyl overdose. Everybody thought it was fentanyl, you know how it is. And just recently, probably in the last month or so, Melissa got the autopsy report back, and it was actually cocaine intoxication that Melissa died from. And when I tell you guys, man, I have been there with cocaine. I used to shoot cocaine, and you don't hear about that happening, I guess, as much, but man, imagine being totally sober, going out on a relapse and shooting cocaine. Like, her little heart, man, it couldn't take it. And she passed away, you know? Yeah, and that's all you can do. Listen to me, Natalie. When you're trying to help somebody that's struggling with addiction, all you can do is try to support that person and love them and encourage them. Like, there's no way we can make them get sober. Like, that whole time that my husband was relapsed, please believe I tried to make his ass get sober. Believe that. But if you can't, there's nothing. What are we going to do? Hold him at gunpoint, you know? What are we going to do? Shove recovery down their throat? Like, if they're not ready to accept it or they don't want it, there's no point, you know? And so that's why with my husband, I've always just sat back and tried to be supportive to him and let him know how much I love him, that I care about him, that I'm here to support him, that my husband is my best friend, okay? He is my ride or die. He is literally, like, without him, you know, I don't know what I would do. We are literally each other's best friend. And we do everything together. Everything I do, I run it by him. Everything he does, he runs by me. We work together. We are a team. We are in it to win it, you know? I'm glad that you did, Natalie. Because here's the thing. Like, you see so many people on here who tell you to cut them off. Turn your back on them. Don't enable them. Kick that drug addict out. Don't even look at them. What is that going to do? What does totally Xing somebody out of your life do to help them improve their life? But push them down a spiral of depression deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking you to move them in your house, okay? You got to have boundaries. You got to have boundaries. But that doesn't mean you have to turn your back on them, okay? Boundaries are different, all right? My family had boundaries. They didn't turn their back on me, though. Anytime I needed help or support, my mom and dad was there. They were there. They would fucking race to help me. What is going on here? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. My bosses and stuff were messaging each other back and forth, and they were driving me insane with the damn notifications. About to cuss their asses out. Yeah. Oh, I want to show y'all this candle I got that smells so freaking good, too. Yeah, that doesn't help at all. Not speaking to you, like, that's bullshit. It's called Hippie Love. And when I tell y'all, these candles smell so good, they are called the Pet Odor Exterminator candles. And I don't have really bad pet odor in my house, but I get them anyway because they're just so good. So, anyways. Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, I'm going to jump off here and I'm going to curl up in the bed with my hubba bubba. But I want to show y'all one more time before I go. I am selling these recovery dog tags for this necklace right here. It's $28. That's for shipping and everything. Okay, it'll come with this and the necklace, and then a note from me, and then something else special. Okay, if you would like to get one, all you have to do is click the link in my bio, hit that Cash App or PayPal, make sure that you put your name and your address in the message part, and I'll get it shipped out to you. Everybody that orders one this weekend will go out on Monday with my husband because he delivers. And so all your stuff will go out on Monday if you order one today. For those of you guys that want to know, the money that I raise from selling the recovery dog tags, I'm going to take half my proceeds and I'm going to put it back into the community. What I will be doing is I will be finding someone who is starting their journey in recovery. If they want to get on MAT, I will pay for their appointment to get on MAT, and I will pay for their first month's worth of medication. If they want to do sober living, I will pay for their first month rent of sober living. I will be screening people hard. So if you're a troll who thinks you're going to get money from me, give it up, because that ain't going to happen. I will literally be the person who pays the doctor. I will be the person who pays your sober living. I will not be giving you the money in your hand whatsoever. The money will go towards what you need for your recovery. I will not give it to you personally. So if you're a troll who thinks that you're going to try and stiff me for $300, baby, keep wishing. So if you want one, like I said, they're $28. You get this, you get a thank you card, you get another something that I'm putting in that I'm making that's special from me. You can wear it also, and that will go into your package. And then once I get all the orders in and all these are sold out, okay, then I will make a video, show you guys my earnings, and we will take it and help somebody who wants to either go to sober living or get on Suboxone or get on methadone, whatever it may be. But it has to be somebody that I can help by paying for their rent, paying for their appointment, paying for their medication. I am not going to give people this money. You can die on another hill somewhere else, because ain't no way I'm giving a drug addict that I don't know cash money, honey. Okay? Okay. As long as we got that all straightened out. What it says is, recovery did not open the gates to heaven to let me in. Recovery opened the gates of hell to let me out. And it is engraved into the dog tag. It is a real good heavy weight. These are stainless steel, okay? So you can wear it in the shower. It's not going to tarnish or nothing like that. It's real good quality. So I'm really, really happy with them. Like I said, all you have to do, click the link in my bio. You'll scroll down. There'll be 2 boxes on my beacons, and it'll say Recovery Dog Tag PayPal, Recovery Dog Tag Cash App. Hit that Cash App. Like I said, $28. That's shipping and handling, everything, okay? And I will get them out to you guys like I said, if you order one this weekend, you will get it mailed out on Monday. If you know my personal cell phone number, you can text me and I'll take a picture of the package and send it to you. Or if you feel comfortable and you want to send me your cell phone number, I will text you and say, hey, what's up, honey? I'm mailing your package. Okay? Okay. So I want it to be on the up and up, and I want everybody to know. So if you want to send me your cell phone number so I can contact you about your package, please do, because I want everybody to see that I'm doing it and I'm transparent. It's not about making money. I have a full-time job. I really want to help somebody else who is struggling with, getting started in their sobriety journey. What it says is recovery did not open the gates to heaven to let me in. Recovery opened the gates of hell to let me out. And we are also going to have other ones that say the Serenity Prayer next. And we're also going to make another one that has the Footprints poem. So, anyways, I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? I'm going to go rest with Neil. Look at his little booty hole over there laying all cute and being all sweet over there in the bed. Is that bee magic? I guess I'll let it on. Hey, are you there?
Am I there? Can you
You're
see
there.
me?
What's up?
Hold on. I want you to be able to see me.
Okay, babe.
Hey. I
Hey,
just wanted
what's
to pop
up?
in and tell you, name has come up several times in conversation, and it's all been good. It's all been love, and I just want to tell you, keep doing what you're doing. I love you, and have a wonderful
Did you
night.
see my face? I was like, well, what are they
Yeah.
saying? Oh my God. Are they telling?
Yeah,
Have you not seen?
yeah.
Have you not seen what's been going on Facebook?
all
I mean,
good.
what's been going on over here as usual? It's like I'm a body broker this week again.
Yeah, we don't believe that.
Every week I'm a body broker, you guys. I love you. What's up, Tara? I love you, girl.
I love you.
I'm so proud of you
Thank you
guys.
for everything you do for all of us.
I love y'all, and thank you for supporting me, for real. It means so much to me that you guys show me love and support publicly, especially because I know how much bullshit happens online, and I know how much people talk shit, and it makes me so happy. It makes me feel so good that y'all publicly support me, because it means a lot to me. So thank you. I recognize that shit.
All right. We love you, girl.
you.
Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, love you too. Bye, you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys. B Magic and Tara have always been so publicly supportive of me, and it means the fucking world to me. I don't think y'all understand. Because I have gotten a lot of shit here on TikTok because I stand up for the truth and I stand up for what I believe in. And I will always do that. And I will always stand up for the truth, and I will always stand up for what I believe in, even if it's against somebody who's bigger than me. Even if everybody else thinks another way. If I know in my heart of hearts it's the truth, I will always stand 10 toes fucking down for what I believe in. And I want y'all to know, I won't ever switch up on y'all. That's the thing. I will always be that way. I will always be that way. And so I have caught a lot of shit over the last 6 months because I stand 10 toes down. And it doesn't matter. Look, I love you guys. You can support whoever you want. I will never make you choose me over somebody else. But I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. I will always share the truth, and I will always be the way I am. And that's, nobody's going to sway my opinion. Nobody's going to make me think another way. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. That means a lot to me. B Magic and Tara, they have always supported me, but it just really means a lot to me because whenever I'm getting a lot of fucking shit, they stick their fucking neck out for me real hard. And it really, really means a lot to me, y'all, because I try my best to be straight up with y'all at all times. And it just, I get hit hard with a lot of bullshit, but like I said, I don't have to lie. I don't have to put on a show. I don't have to be nothing that I'm not. This is just who I am. So I love you guys. I thank y'all for all y'all support. And like I said, so I sold 2 of these so far. I'll keep y'all updated on how my sales are going. I've sold 2 so far. Once I sell like maybe 10 or 15 of them, then what I'm going to do is make a video, show you guys where we're at with how much I've raised, and then I'll start researching, and I'll start looking for people who are, like I said, wanting to start their recovery journey and struggling to make their own way. Now, I want this to be real clear. This ain't no handout. You're going to have to work hard. If you want to continue your recovery journey, I can help you get started, but you got to do the work. So you can't think, oh, Nicole's going to pay my first month rent in sober living. I'm Gucci. I can just chill. No, that means you're going to have to get a job. So that way you can proceed to pay your fucking rent in sober living. That means you're going to have to put one foot in front of the other. This can be used as a boost to get you up to the next spot, but you got to take the fucking, you got to make the effort. So I want y'all to really understand something, okay? I'm looking for people who want to change their life, who are not looking for a free ride. I'm looking for somebody who's ready to fucking put in the work and try to change their life and do the right thing, okay? When I first got sober, like I said, I had no vehicle, okay? I used to put my little boy in a stroller, okay? And I would push him everywhere I went in the 107-degree weather here in Arkansas. Probably why I was so skinny back then. But anyway. Okay. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a great night. I could sit here and talk forever to y'all about all the things. But y'all know, if you don't feel comfortable asking me questions here on the live stream, please send me a message. You guys can ask me anything. I only have the platform I have because of you guys. Okay? I only have the platform I have. No, Courtney, I didn't. What's going on? I only have the platform I have because of y'all. So if you have a question and you want to answer, send me a message. I will tell you anything you want to know. I have no fucking secrets at all. Anything you want to know, just send me a message and I'll let you know. Oh no, baby, this is for like I'm paying somebody's way into sober living because I'm selling these recovery dog tags. And I'll be honest with you guys, like about sponsoring and stuff like that, I would be doing you a disservice if I offered to be your sponsor, because I have so many people that I'm working with at one time as of right now, that if I took another person on, I would not be able to give you the time and the focus that you need for us to be our best team. Okay. So I will never bite off more than I can chew. When I first started helping people back in 2017, I learned the hard way about biting off more than I could chew. And so my head's not too big. My ego's not inflated. I know when I can only handle so much. But if you're looking for a place where you can find support and you love recovery, I have a what is it called? A Telegram recovery chat. It's completely free. There's almost 100 people in there. It is strictly a recovery chat. We don't talk about drama. We don't talk bad about people that are on TikTok. We don't talk about, oh, this person relapsed, so that person's a body broker. Oh, you see that girl? She's a liar. All that shit stays completely out of this chat. It is recovery only. I have 6 moderators in there that withhold the rules really, really hard. Okay? They hold the rules up hard. No, it's not only for sober people. If you're struggling in your addiction, you can join, but there are rules. No talking about sex. No asking for money. No politics, no trying to sell people drugs or get people drugs. There's a whole list of rules when you first join, and you have to be 18 or over. And that's just to protect you guys and all the people in there, as well as myself. There is a link to the Telegram chat in my bio as well. All you have to do is download Telegram, then go click that link and it'll let you into our chat. Okay? And if for some reason you can't get into the chat like that, you can send me a private message here on TikTok, and I will send you my cell phone number, and I will send you the link directly to your text messages, okay? Okay, we got a lot of stuff for support. I have been doing this for a really long time, and so we have a solid ass support network. I'm really proud of it, and I have really good people in there. Sherry, Pixie, Megan, Allie Lynn, Ashley, and MT, and they run my mod crew on YouTube and in that Telegram chat. And when I tell you, they are dedicated, they are loyal, and they tell me everything, they hold it down, and so it's amazing. So you and your husband can do exactly what me and my husband did. If you and your husband both want to change and you both want to be better, that's what it takes, okay? I will be completely straight up with you. If one of you guys is trying to drag the other person down and one of y'all is not ready to stay sober, cut the fucking fat and come back to them when they're ready. Because that will only make it more difficult on the both of y'all. Y'all both have to be in the right state of mind at the same time. And that's how it was for me and my husband. We were both ready. We were both willing. We were both hitting the ground running, fighting for custody of our son back, you know? And so at that time when we got sober in 2015, we were both really, really, really ready. So really make sure that y'all are both on the same page. My drug of choice, I was addicted to methamphetamine, opioids, and benzos. I didn't have like a drug of choice because I was a poly substance user. So I was addicted to multiple drugs at the same time. But if I had to choose, if you put a gun to my head and you said, bitch, you got to have a DOC, it would go like this. Number 1 would be meth. Number 2 would be opioids. Number 3 would be benzos. Number 4 would be cocaine. Neil, what was your drug of choice?
Probably opiates.
Neil's was opiates. So when me and my husband met, he was on methadone, and I was addicted to shooting Roxy's and methamphetamine. And so when we met, I brought him over to the dark side, the methamphetamine side. So we were wild when we first met. When we first met, oh my God, you guys. I have a lot of like diary entries that I read. If you guys are interested, go to the playlist here on my TikTok, and there is a playlist that says diary readings. Go read those diaries, or go listen to me read those diaries to y'all, and y'all will see how crazy as a Betsy bug I was, okay? So when we first met and he had methadone, I started taking my husband's methadone, and I did not take it as prescribed. I was abusing it. So, I would mix it with Xanax, which is so deadly. Please don't ever do that. And I would basically go into these states of like half reality and half not, where I would not sleep and I would be hallucinating and nodding out, like in a complete state of like this, like my eyes would roll back in my head and you could only see the whites of my eyes. It was so scary. And I would be like that all the time, and I would light myself on fire with cigarettes. I would do all kinds of stuff. Are you in Little Rock? Do you live in Little Rock? User 2621519503398? Or are you talking about the panel where I'm going to be speaking on? So this Tuesday, I'll be speaking on a panel at 1 p.m. California time. It's a Zoom meeting, okay? Now, if y'all are talking about the in-person meeting, I'm going to go down on Monday and talk to the office here at my apartment building and ask them if we can use the game room. If they'll let me use the game room, then we can start having in-person meetings here at my game room like once every 2 weeks. Wouldn't that be cool? So if I can get them to let me do the meetings, then we can have in-person meetings. I think it'll be really, really fun. What I need to start doing, I think, y'all, is tagging my videos like Little Rock, Arkansas, so that more people in Arkansas know where I live. If I end up doing these in-person meetings, this is what I'll do. I will set up a camera that only points at me so you guys can be in the meeting too, and we can all share and you can hear it. Okay? So, I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me this evening. If you didn't get to hear all this live stream, I'm going to download it and I will upload it to my YouTube channel. So if you guys ever miss my lives, that's how you can catch the replay. So I'm going to download this video and put it on my YouTube channel. The way you can get to my YouTube channel is by clicking the link in my bio, and there'll be like a little YouTube symbol on my beacons, and that'll take you to my YouTube channel. But if you just want to look it up, it's called Discovering Nicole as well. You can find me on all social media platforms at Discovering Nicole. Okay, love y'all.